I got a date with destiny. My heart says yeah, but can't convince the rest of me. I tried so hard to make it with no recipe.
What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and this is episode 2 of Let's Play Marvel Heroes. In this episode, we're going to feature the end of Mission 1 as Daredevil, and then we're going to take a look at the Marvel Heroes shop, so that will be the second part of the video. I believe we left off at the console here just before fighting Living Laser. This is the very first boss battle in the game, and he has a pretty predictable pattern. I'm pretty sure they're trying not to overwhelm you right away. So anyways, he does that beam where he goes in a circle, he teleports, and he does a charge up beam like he did right there. And even though I knew it was coming, I still got hit with it, so I'm not doing the greatest job at dodging, but still, Daredevil doesn't have too many problems with him, and I'm sure you won't either. The only character that I took considerable damage with and had to heal a few times was Cyclops, and I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm just better with melee classes, even though I thought I'd be better with range. Anyways, there you're seeing the item that the bosses drop. It's a medal. That was the Living Laser medal. And I believe that these items increase depending on your level when you fight the boss. But I'm not entirely sure. I just noticed that a few of them got stronger when I fought the boss on a second playthrough. And by that I just mean a playthrough of Mission 1. I haven't gotten very far in this game. Right here I'm just taking a look at my inventory, and you'll see that I did get a bow for Hawkeye, which I can't use right now because I don't have Hawkeye. But you will get a lot of items for the character that you have, especially early on in the game. I'm not quite sure how the drops work, but they seem to be pretty fair. I've gotten some pretty decent items, but nothing above green rarity right now. That is until the end of this video, so you'll have to see exactly what drops off Green Goblin for Daredevil. Right now I'm just fighting my way up until Green Goblin, and there's a few other things along the way like this right here. So when you beat them, it says you halted an interrogation, and so you gain experience bonus. And there's little things like that throughout the missions, so it's pretty cool. One time I ended up killing a person that I was trying to rescue, I believe my first playthrough of Mission 2 with the Hulk, and I didn't even know I could do that, so watch out for that. I guess sometimes you are able to kill friendlies. If you played the game recently, you probably saw the opening scene with the Watcher and Dr. Doom, and that was really amazing, and I was shocked to see what happened to the Watcher. I'm guessing that as I level up further, it's going to get way more interesting to play, and especially the watch. So I will try to level someone and get access to more abilities, and I'm sure they're going to look amazing because I only got Hulk to level 5 and I already feel super strong with him. So I mean, that's really not far at all, but I just love leaping in on enemies and just smashing everything. There's a few other characters that I really look forward to getting, and I'll show you them in the shop. I'm not sure when I'll be able to get them, but hopefully soon. And that's Deadpool, Spider-Man, and I'm also looking to get maybe Iron Man or someone like that. But Deadpool and Spider-Man would be two of the main characters that I want. Let me know which character you want the most in the comment section below. And also, feel free to ask for gameplay featuring a certain character. Oh, this part in the game is really amazing. It's just like a little added bonus. And you'll see that right there in the background, Venom gets his symbiote. Well, Eddie Brock gets a symbiote and becomes Venom. And then he runs off. So that's pretty amazing that they throw little things like that in there. I think it adds a lot to the gameplay in the background. Now right here, after we beat a few more Hydra foot soldiers, we're going to go over and talk to Maria Hill. And then she'll tell us to basically go defeat Green Goblin. So here we go, we're talking to her. And she asks me if you're ready to face this maniac. So we'll go see Green Goblin already this early in the game, and he looks pretty cool flying around on his glider. We're going to click OK and run in. And once we get in here, we're going to go ahead and heal first. And then we're going to wait for our health kit to come back, that way we can use it again if needed. It only takes a few seconds for the cooldown to come off. We're going to heal the fool and then run in. So here's Goblin. And that move right there knocks you back. And you also, of course, have to avoid those poison clouds, which sometimes I stay in them way too long. But I mean, that's pretty much MMO 101. You have to get out of things that are on the ground like that. Any clouds of poison or fire. And then he does these bombing runs. You just pretty much try to stay out of his line. And then he'll land back towards the middle. And I leap back in on him here. And I just pretty much go off on him when he's in there. And sometimes I see like that my health isn't very low. So I'll just stay in, even there where I'm staying in on the green a little bit. Because Goblin's almost gone. And I really could have probably finished it. But we're going to go ahead and try to run around and avoid some attacks again. But like I said, these first few boss battles, I think are meant just to kind of get us acclimated to the game. And I don't think they're going to try to overwhelm us. But there you see the item on the ground. It's a light bodysuit for Daredevil, and it's a purple item. So I believe that's pretty rare. I'm not sure the exact rarity scale, but I would assume that that's pretty rare. And it's got a lot of stats on it, so that's pretty awesome to have as a low-level character. A lot of these items grant certain abilities at different ranks, so you kind of have to watch for that, because they'll give you abilities that you don't even have yet. So when you get that, you can go ahead to your skill tree, and then add that ability to your bar down there. And I actually think I forgot to even check on that one right there. But I believe items will give you abilities that you can't even learn yet, because they may be above your level. So it's awesome that they let you try out abilities before you can even spec into them, depending on what items you get and equip. So we're finishing up this mission, and there's going to be another cutscene just as soon as you click on Vision to go back to the Avengers Tower. So we're going to click OK, and then we're going to wait for Vision to show up. Alright, so there's Vision. You click on him, and I tried to hit him there apparently. I think I'm used to clicking right click and you have to left click him. So I thought I hit yes, but apparently I messed up. So we'll click him again, and then we travel to Avengers Tower, and here comes the cutscene. The cutscenes that I've seen so far all have the same type of art style. And I actually think it looks pretty nice. It's more like a comic book style than a full cutscene. The story mentions how certain characters escape, like Rhino and Electro, and Doc Ock, and then Dr. Doom comes out to meet Viper. And they also then mention Dr. Octopus and MODOK. And they basically talk, and they have some sort of agreement going on. So Dr. Doom gives her something, and then says her business is done. So we're going to be back in the Avengers Tower after this. And then right after that, we're going to go ahead and go into the shop pretty soon here. After a few seconds of running around Avengers Tower. And you'll see other people are in the game. I'm not quite sure how you decide which server or something like that you end up on. I would highly doubt that they could fit everyone on the same server, but I don't know too much about interacting right now. So we'll have to find out about that. So we're getting a new mission. We have to go talk to that guy right there. But we're not going to do that right now. We're going to save that for another episode. This is the shop. First, let's go ahead and take a look at all the heroes that you can get right now. So we'll click on the Hero tab. And there they are. There's Black Panther, Black Widow, Cable, Captain America, Colossus, Cyclops, Daredevil, Deadpool. And you'll see I have 1,300 of the currency. And that's because I got 1,500 when I got the Founders Pack. And I'll show you what I spent 200 on in a second. Anyway, scrolling down, there's Hawkeye, Hulk, Iron Man, and Jean Grey. And right now I have Cyclops, Jean Grey, Hulk, Daredevil, and Storm. And then there's Miss Marvel, Punisher, Rocket Raccoon, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, Storm, Thing, Thor, and when we scroll down there will be Wolverine. I'm thinking about getting Rocket Raccoon, and I do have enough to get him. So that's kind of one of the reasons. But I would buy Deadpool or Spider-Man if I had 2,000. But I don't. Now we're going to move on to the costumes tab. And you'll see that Black Panther has 3 amazing looking costumes. Most of these characters have pretty cool costumes. But Black Panther's up there. There's the Armored Panther, the Tribal costume. And then the last costume is the Wakandan Tech costume. I'm not sure how to say his home place, where he's the ruler of, but I just say Wakanda. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but anyways. There's Black Widow classic costume, Black Widow gray costume, and then the original costume, which I don't really remember seeing that costume, but that's pretty funny. It reminds me of like Catwoman or Huntress. But there's Cable, the Armored Cyborg, there's the X-Force, which is my favorite of his. And there's his original costume, which I forgot he looked that silly in his original costume. It's kind of funny. Now moving on to Cap, he has 5 costumes. He has the Avengers, the Marvel Now, his original costume, the Reborn, and this one's pretty amazing. The Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. costume, where you can see Steve Rogers. And that would be pretty awesome to own, but I don't have Cap, and that would be another 1,100 on top of buying him. But moving on to Colossus, he has his classic, the Magneto's Acolyte, which is my favorite. I like costumes that have capes or cloaks, whatever you want to call them. There's Phoenix Force, Marvel Now, and then we're going to move on to Cyclops. And there's his 90s X-Men costume, which they actually gave me for buying a Founders Pack on Valentine's Day. There's the classic X-Men, Marvel Now, and the original costume coming up, and the X Factor. So now it's Daredevil's turn, and I love all of these costumes for Daredevil. There's the armored costume, the Secret Wars, and I'm really tempted to get this one, Shadowland costume. Then Deadpool has some of the funniest. There's the pirate costume, which is probably one of my favorites. But that would be another 2,000, so that would be way too much. There was the Sheriff, the X-Force, which I also like, and the X-Men costume. So pretty much all Deadpool's costumes are amazing. Now Hawkeye's are kind of plain, but the Old Man Logan costume's pretty cool. Now moving on to Hulk. There's the Avengers movie costume, the Grey Hulk, Mr. Fix-It's coming up, and then the Planet Hulk costume. They actually gave me that one. So that's the one I'm wearing right now. Next is Iron Man, and he has the most costumes by far. And I'm sure he's going to get plenty more. So there was the movie, the classic, the Mark I, the Mark II, the Mark III, the Mark IV, the Mark V, and the Mark VI. And there's the Marvel Now, the Silver Centurion, and the Star Boost. I probably like the Star Boost the best, but there's a few good ones there. Now Jean Grey's the other character that they gave me for Valentine's Day. And she has a Black Queen costume, the Dark Phoenix, the Marvel Now costume, and the 90s X-Men costume. Miss Marvel has the Agent of S.W.O.R.D., then her classic costume, and then last we have the Captain Marvel costume. I don't know if you guys know the character Squirrel Girl, but I cannot wait for her to get in the game. I thought she was already going to be here, but maybe she's coming soon. I'm going to have to look it up. But anyways, there's Punisher, and he's pretty plain. Next is Rocket Raccoon, and he's from the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I definitely am going to buy his character, and you may see me playing as him next. There's a really good chance of that. There's the Crossing costume for Scarlet Witch, the Heroes Reborn, the Marvel Now, and the Romani costume. And we're getting to the end here. There's Spider-Man, my favorite character ever, by the way. He has the big time green variant, the classic, Future Foundation, the Scarlet Spider's coming up, and then we have the sensational costume. Now I love all of these, but I couldn't see myself buying too many uniforms before I get all the characters. I'm more concerned with unlocking all the characters first. But there's Storm's costumes, including the Mohawk, and the 90s X-Men costume is pretty much the lamest of those. There's the black jersey, the Future Foundation, and the classic thing. Then there's Thor and Wolverine left. So Thor Avengers movie costume, his classic costume, and then the Thor Marvel Now costume. And last but not least is Wolverine. Classic brown, leather fang, just like Sabretooth, Wolverine patch, 90s X-Men costume, and the X-Force costume. I think all of Wolverine's are definitely worth having. So maybe someday, I'm not sure how you get currency other than buying it. I'm hoping there's some other way. Now here's this page, and it includes 3 pets, I guess, that you call to your side. And I don't think they fight with you, I think they're just for show. But they do look pretty cool, especially Old Lace, and I did consider getting him. And there's the Cosmic Key, which apparently unlocks some kind of daily mission, or something like that. And there's Unstable Molecules, which is apparently used in a crafting recipe. There's the Retcon Device, so that'll refund all of your power points so you can respec. And there's going to be the bonus to experience, and the Rarity Potion, which increases drops of rarity, or higher rarity. Now this is what I spent some of my currency on. I bought 2 fortune cards, and that's because I'm a gambler and I just can't even resist. So this is going to get me right here. I'm going to be probably wasting a lot of currency on these, which probably isn't the smartest choice. But that's going to be it for the shop. There's nothing in specials right now. This video ended up going a lot longer than I expected it to. But I guess that there was more in the shop than I thought. But here's one last look at all the characters that I had there. Cyclops, Daredevil, Hulk, Jean Grey, and Storm. And that's going to be the end of this video. I'm just bringing Hulk in and showing you him in his armor there. And we'll wrap this video up. In the next video, we'll show you Hulk in Mission 2, and he'll be smashing everything. Also this week, I'm going to be releasing more Marvel Avengers Alliance videos. There's going to be another fan-requested team for Team Spotlight, and we're heading into the end of the tournament for the Adamantium process. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos.